since I filmed a video. Now that I finally have the chance to film it, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I do my makeup every day, my full face like foundation routine, and as well as how I usually contour. I want to start with my primer. I use the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless Primer. I like this one as well as the Benefit one. Both of them are really nice. They leave the skin really smooth. They make my makeup last all day. I really notice a difference when I use a primer than when I don't, mostly because I have oily skin, and also because sometimes when I'm trying to cover my acne, I really have to use a primer so that it stays smooth. I'm gonna go on to my foundation. So I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid foundation right now. This is an NC20, so you're gonna see my face is a lot wider than my shoulders. So I really like yellow tone makeup though, so I really like this one. I know that before I did a foundation routine using the Pro Longwear foundation. I prefer this one to any other foundation I've used. I have problematic skin, I have oily skin, I have acne, so I try to use as little foundation as possible and just kind of spot treat with my concealer, just because I don't want it to look so cakey. And I'm using the Real Techniques buffing brush, which I absolutely love. So then after I put it on, I then blend it. I first dab it on like this, and then I blend it out really well, buff it in. This brush is absolutely amazing for foundation. And then once my foundation is done, I really am not gonna apply more foundation on top of that, just because I find that this has really good coverage. I really like the way that it sits on my skin. I don't feel like I really have to blot that many times throughout the day. I think maybe I blot like once, and I work a 10-hour shift at work, so it's really hard for me to really keep retouching my makeup. So I rather just use something that's like this, where it's like full coverage and I don't have to really do much to it after I'm done. So once my foundation is done, I go back and I use concealer. So right now I'm using the Studio Finish Concealer in NC30. This one's a little bit darker than my foundation, just because I kind of want it to blend. So, and I also use it under my eyes. And then I'm going to use the Deluxe Crease Brush from Real Techniques. Where the spots are really problematic, I just really push it into the skin with the brush. I find that this brush really helps with that because it's so soft. Even pushing it into my skin doesn't feel really rough on my skin, which is really nice about these Real Techniques brush. And they're so easy to clean. And then I use the same brush and the same concealer to go under my eyes. I really do this, I really only do this when I haven't had any sleep or something, because I feel like my eyes look really tired when I go really close to the inside of the corner of my eyes. So I just kind of lightly do it right under where my corner kind of meets like the eyeshadow. Because I don't like it to look really intense, because I'll do that with the powder. I guess maybe I'm just not really one for under eye concealer. Like, I don't really find it absolutely necessary in my routine, so it's not really something I do every day. So as far as my foundation routine, really the only thing that's left is to powder. I use the Nye Banana Powder to powder my skin. I used to use the Rimmel mattifying powder? I don't know what it's called. It's like a little plastic thing. I really like that one too. I find that it sits really well on my skin and it makes me not feel oily all day. But I like this one too because it doesn't change the color of my foundation, which I really like. So I have it in like a small container, and then I'll just put some on the lid, and then I use my oh, I think this is a powder brush or a blush brush, I'm not sure. It's the pink barrel with Real Techniques. And I just dab some on and just push the powder into my skin. I rarely swipe the powder in the beginning. I usually just push it in first and then I'll blend it out. I find that this technique really makes the foundation last a really long time. You especially don't want to swipe over the areas where you just put concealer because that's just going to take the product away. So all the work that you just did on the concealer that you just placed so perfectly on your pimple or on the mole that you have that you want to cover or whatever is going to come right off. So you want to just press it into wherever you applied concealer just so that it doesn't swipe it all away and you know all the work that you just did is kind of like, oh, well, you just didn't do anything. I mostly contour because I'm so freaking white, and like if you look at my face, it's so like flat. Shit, that's why I contour. My absolutely go-to product is the Sleek Contour Kit. I use this almost every day. It has the contour shade and then a highlighter, which I love. I love both of these. The highlighter I don't use as often. I mostly use the MAC Soft and Gentle highlighter, but then obviously you can see there's kind of a dent in it. But I use that, and then I'll use, sometimes I'll use the Hoola Bronzer from Benefit, which I love as well. This is super cute packaging. I'll use that, or I'll use the Sleek Kit, but for the purpose of the video, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, just because it's a lot easier. I can show you guys exactly what to do with all these colors. So I'm going to use this brush here. I don't know what number this is, and I don't know what brand it is. You can find these shapes anywhere. There's also Real Techniques one that I like, but I use this one just because it's a lot easier. This is the one I gravitate towards. So I'm going to use the middle shade here. And then I'm just going to start contouring my face. The first place that I go to is my temples, and that's just going to make my forehead look a little bit small. Like I said, I also use this to bring a little bit more dimension to my face. So I'm going to just do the one side so that you guys can see the difference. So obviously blend, 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 and so I would just suggest to go easy on it for a little bit and then, you know, just build up. And I'm contouring in the hollows of my cheeks, on my temples to reduce my forehead. I'm going to do my nose, and then I'm going to do the jawline as well. And mind you, this is not the only way to contour. This is just how I contour my face. If I'm doing somebody's makeup or if somebody asks me how to contour, it's not going to be the same for everybody. Not everybody has the same face shape. Some people have rounder faces, some people have square jaws, some people have really small noses. There's no need to contour them. If I had like a really pointy nose, I wouldn't go down the middle. I would just go down the bottom. Just because you don't want to accentuate things that you already have, because then you're just making your face look a little harsh. So I like to do the bottom of my nose because I like for it to be kind of more short because I have a long nose. And then I also like to bring in my nostrils, so then I contour the sides as well. That's just for my face, like I said. So if you have a really round face, you're going to want to do more of the cheekbones, just because that's just what you want to do, just so that your face looks a little bit more refined. But then again, some people don't really like to contour, so it just is based upon your like discretion. You don't necessarily have to contour. You can really just go to blush and then you're fine. I like to contour just because I like to look like a clown. Who doesn't like to look like a clown, right? this is basically done contouring. I don't do really intense contouring just because I'm not into it. This is like the most that I'll probably contour on a regular basis. Sometimes I do more just because I'm like, I want to go for the intense look today. So then once I'm done doing the hollows of my cheeks, my forehead, my chin, and then my nose, I'll go in with the brown, with the banana and the light color, the light pink color. I'll go back and forth between the two. And then I'm going to go under my eyes and then on top of my cheekbone, like a triangle, like this, just to really highlight that area. You don't have to do this. I do it when I really want like an intense look. And then I'll go on my forehead. And then on my nose. And then I like to do this with a matte color because I have really oily skin, so I can't do the tops of my nose with my highlighter. It just doesn't work that way for me. Some people can really get away with it. I love to do it on people who have dry skin. I feel like it makes it look so nice. But I do not have that luxury, so I can't do like a really intense highlighter on my nose just because it's gonna make me look oily. So like I said, everybody has their own choice whether they want to contour and highlight or whatever. So once I'm done with that, then I go in with my highlighter. I'm gonna use the one here in the Anastasia palette. And I'm just gonna do the tops of my cheeks, on my brow bone, and on my cupid's bow. So once I'm done highlighting, I then go in with my blush brush. This is a contour brush. I'm going to use my NYX blush in Mocha. I absolutely love this color. It's my perfect everyday color. And I'm just going to place that right on the apples of my cheeks. And then last but not least, I want to set my makeup with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. This just makes my makeup last a lot longer and make it look a lot more natural. So what I usually do is I just spray it to my face. And don't be scared to be really generous with this. And then I use a clean e.l.f. complexion brush and then I just dab it on. And I find that this really makes my skin look a lot more natural and makes it just look really flawless and nice. And that's all. So if you guys have any questions, don't forget to leave me a comment and then don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Hopefully I'll be filming more videos in the near future, so if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I will see you guys later.